Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a subscriber requested video for you. So I had somebody ask me in the comment section if I would consider doing a Halloween video that was basically scenting like iconic Halloween characters. So I picked out 10 of my favorite iconic Halloween characters and yeah, I scented them. I personally don't have any of these fragrances in my collection, but these are the fragrances that I think would smell amazing on these Halloween characters. So I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna pop up a picture of the character as well as a picture of the fragrance. And yeah, I've got some super fun ones though. Okay, so I've got my trusty, I wrote everything down because I am like an old lady and I just write everything down. So I knew the first characters I wanted to scent were the three witches from Hocus Pocus. I cannot remember their names from the movies. I could easily look it up, but I am not going to right now because you guys, we all know who I'm talking about. So Bette Midler's character is my favorite. She is hilarious. Her hair is funny. Her face is funny. And the fragrance that I would scent her with is one from a house called Toscavat, which is kind of a very strange house. I also made a list because I'm going to do a video on strange perfumes. That one will probably come next week. That'll probably be like my Halloween video, about really weird perfumes, and Toscavat is one of those houses that makes very strange fragrances. But the one that I would scent her with is called Born Screaming. It's got berries in it. It's got a plastic note in it. It's got smoke, patchouli, castoreum. It's just got it's got a ton of notes in it. It's the fragrance that I chose for her because it's kind of like sweet, but not, it's kind of like a sweet but kind of yucky fragrance at the same time with a plastic note and a castoreum note. I don't know. I just felt like it fit her really well. Of course, the next witch that I scented was Sarah Jessica Parker's character, and she is like the sexy witch. She's the pretty one. She's, she's the kind of dopey one. Well, I shouldn't say dopey. She's pretty, but not the smartest. I don't know. She's like the thin one and the pretty one and, kind of like the sexy witch. So the fragrance that I chose for her is from Sucre Bay, and it is called Doom Witch. And this one I chose for her because this is a fragrance that is described as being like playful but dangerous. It's like it's got sweet notes in the top. It's got like frangipani and candy and something else. I want to say like cherry or something in the top. And then it also has like a hot tar note in the base, as well as like maybe smoke or something else like that. So again, it's kind of like a combination of sweet and hard at the same time. And I just thought that the description, playful and dangerous, was like perfect for Sarah Jessica Parker's character, because not that I would consider her maybe the most dangerous. I think Bette Midler's character is more dangerous than her, but she is, I don't know, I couldn't imagine Bette Midler's character smelling like candy, where I can imagine Sarah Jessica Parker's character smelling like candy. And then the third witch, I scented her with a fragrance from Boys Smells called Dollskin. And she is the third witch. She's kind of childlike, she's kind of dopey, also not super, super bright, but because of her kind of childlike quality, that's why I chose kind of like a doll kind of scent for her. So Dollskin is actually quite a simple fragrance, which I also thought went well with her character, since she's kind of, also not the brightest. But Dollskin is basically like, I think it's got strawberry in it, like a vanilla or vanilla orchid, and then plastic. So it's supposed to smell like actual doll skin, which I think would just be perfect for her. Sticking with witches, I wanted to scent the Practical Magic Witches. So for Nicole Kidman's character, I knew that I wanted a fragrance that had belladonna in it, just because if you've seen the movie, if you know, you know. So the fragrance that I chose for Nicole Kidman's character is from Stora Skogen, and it is called Hexensalbe. I also chose a belladonna scent for Sandra Bullock's character, because again, if you've seen the movie, you know why I think that belladonna is super fitting for both of them. But for Sandra Bullock's character, I chose a fragrance called O Boticario. I think is the house, O Boticario, and the fragrance is just called belladonna. So yeah, both fragrances that have belladonna in them, which I think is super fitting for them. I scented Dracula. I know that I said in my Halloween video that I would want to scent Dracula with Dreamhouse Curio's Blood Cherry Cordial, which I do think is still very, very fitting, but I did find another fragrance that I think is even more fitting. It is a fragrance from a house called Noctifera, I think is how you say it, and it's called Vampire Essence. That fragrance actually has like a blood note in it, which I thought was super fitting for Dracula. It's like blood, and I think it's got like whiskey and tobacco and beeswax and pepper. It looks like it's quite a masculine scent, and I felt like Blood Cherry Cordial, maybe not that it leans super feminine, but I felt like I just wanted something a little bit darker for Dracula. I think that fragrance also has like a garwood in it, and just like a bunch of really dark notes. And I felt like the actual blood note was very fitting, so. Okay, and then Jack Skellington. I could not do an iconic Halloween character video without Jack Skellington. And for Jack Skellington, I actually chose the fragrance Foxcroft, not Foxcroft Fairgrounds, just the original Foxcroft fragrance from Solstice Scents. And Foxcroft is actually totally different from Foxcroft Fairgrounds. Foxcroft is like, it's a very earthy fragrance. It's got decaying leaves, like a decaying leaves note, as well as like a dry leaves note. It's got a soil note in it. It's got orange and woods and smoke, and it just seems like a perfect scent for Jack Skellington. Okay, the next character. Now, I don't know that she would be considered like an iconic Halloween character yet, but I felt like I just wanted to scent her, and that's Wednesday Addams. I guess she's kind of an iconic, maybe Halloween character. But anyways, I scented Wednesday Addams with a fragrance from DSH Perfumes called Tea and Charcoal, because I don't think that Wednesday Addams would smell, I was thinking maybe like a dark rose perfume for her, but I don't think that that would even be fitting. I just don't think that she would smell, I don't know, sweet or even floral to me. So I felt like a tea fragrance is like perfect. So Tea and Charcoal is like, it's got a bunch of citruses in the top. It's got like bergamot and lemon and petitgrain. It's got clary sage in it, which I also thought was perfect. It's got orris in it, which gives a little bit of powderiness, and then it gets into some darker notes. It's got like birch tar and patchouli and oak moss. So I feel like because Wednesday's original character is, she's definitely from a different time, like an older time. I feel like a patchouli and oak moss base is definitely appropriate. I feel like it's very fitting for the time that the Wednesday Addams character came out. So anyways, there's that one. Okay, next we have Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is like one of my favorite kind of Halloween movies. There's actually a house, I think it's an indie house called 1692, and they actually did, I think, like a series of fragrances based on Beetlejuice, and the one that I actually chose for Beetlejuice is called Nice Effin' Model, which again, if you've seen Beetlejuice, you know, but it's like a very much like a fantasy fragrance. So it's got like a burnt match note in it. It's got like a plastic tree note in it. It's got like matchstick houses like a matchstick houses note in it. It's got like a silk note and a paper note. It's very much like a fantasy fragrance, but I think that that would be perfect for Beetlejuice since he lives in a model. And then of course I also had to scent Lydia because I love Winona Ryder and I love Lydia's character in Beetlejuice. So Lydia, I would scent her with a fragrance from a house called Four Strange Women, which is hilarious. I think it's also possibly an indie house, and they have a fragrance called 1993, which again is perfect. I can't remember what year Beetlejuice came out, but I feel like it was somewhere right around that time. So I just thought that fragrance would be perfect for Lydia, especially from a house called Four Strange Women, because, you know, Lydia is strange and unusual. So it's more of like her fragrance is a little bit more simple, but it also has like a burnt match note in it. Hers has like teak wood, it's got a Coca-Cola note in it, it's got saffron in it and patchouli. Again, I didn't want to scent her with anything too feminine because she just doesn't strike me as somebody that would wear a super feminine fragrance. So this one just seemed super fitting to me for Lydia. Okay, next I wanted to do the Headless Horseman because is it the Headless Horseman? Is the Headless Horseman the one that has a pumpkin on his head? That's who I wanted to scent. I think it's the Headless Horseman who has a pumpkin on his head. I wanted to call him Pumpkinhead, but then I was like, no, I think R.L. Stine just came out with a Pumpkinhead movie, which is a completely different character, and I didn't want to get them confused. So we're talking about, I believe, the Headless Horseman with the pumpkin on his head. And I scented him with a fragrance from a house called Zyrina, and the fragrance is called Trick or Treat. He is the one character that I really wanted to smell like quintessentially Halloween-like because he has a pumpkin for a head and he is Halloween to me. I mean, the Headless Horseman is like an iconic Halloween character. So Trick or Treat also is one of those fragrances that I don't think is too sweet, but it's definitely got some sweet notes in it. But it also has like a dry leaves note. Of course, has to have a pumpkin note. So it's got pumpkin in it, some spices, and then you get some candy notes. I think it's got like a candy apple note in it, maybe some licorice. But yeah, I just felt like that sounded like a perfect scent for the Headless Horseman or the guy with the pumpkin head. I'm pretty sure that's the Headless Horseman, but I can't remember for sure, so I don't want to say anything definitive. Okay, next we have to scent Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a definite staple of Halloween. I mean, Monster Mash, like Frankenstein, especially since there's a new Frankenstein movie coming out. So I was kind of thinking of the new modern Frankenstein when I thought about this perfume. And because Frankenstein is such a gothic story, I thought that a fragrance from a house called Maurice Motley called Vers Gothique was like perfect. So again, I knew that I wanted something very like earthy because I don't feel like Frankenstein would probably smell the best. So Vers Gothique has a leather note in it. It's got like a cocaine note in it. It's a woody fragrance. It's got like cedar wood and oud. I think it's got some pepper in it. It also has patchouli and oak moss in it. So again, a fragrance that I don't feel like would probably smell the best, but also I think is very appropriate for Frankenstein. Okay, and then last but not least, I wanted to scent Pennywise the Clown because he's another one that I think would smell equal parts sweet like candy and foul because he lives in the sewers and is, I'm pretty sure, like a demon or something. So I felt like he would smell, again, like equal parts sweet and candy-like to attract children, but also foul because he's foul. So I chose a fragrance called Leonarda from a house, I think the way you say the house name is Spiritica. But it, like, the bottle is very deceiving. The bottle is beautiful. It's like this pink square bottle. It looks like it's gonna be so like sweet and yummy and nice, but there are some really foul notes in here. So the yucky notes are like, it's got like soap and blood, and it's got metallic notes in it. It's got sulfur in it, oud. I mean, the foul notes seem like they would smell really gross. Like I would not want to spray a perfume on me that had sulfur as a note listed in it, nor blood, and I really don't like metallic notes, and all of that mixed with oud just sounds like an absolute no for me. But then you get notes like whipped cream and a cookie note and a raspberry note and a blood orange note. So it's like this weird mix of like sweet, yummy notes with foul, like sulfur, oud, and blood notes. Which I just think is super, super fitting for Pennywise. So those are 10 iconic Halloween characters that I wanted to scent. I feel like I definitely picked some interesting fragrances that are very fitting for the characters. This was such a fun video to do. I would love to hear what your favorite like iconic Halloween character is and what you would scent them with down below. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.